Hi guys, welcome back. Today we'll be discussing an important concept in maths called graphical transformation. Now this topic is very important and is usually questions are asked from this topic in various competitive exams. While the scope of this topic is vast, but we'll be focusing mainly on SAT2. So let's quickly jump to the question. Alright, so first what we will discuss is how to convert fx to f of x plus a. Means a question will be given to you where a function is given and then we have to get the graphical transformation of f of x plus a. I'll explain using an example. Take the basic example of mod x. Now we all know the graph of mod x. The graph of mod x looks something like this. It's a V shape and this point is origin 0. Now I need to draw the graph of mod of x minus 2. In order to draw the graph of mod of x minus 2, what we will do is we will shift this origin to 2. Think of it this way, that wherever this bracket is 0, at that point we will see the notch. So this bracket is 0 at x equal to 0, so therefore notch is at 0. Whereas this bracket is 0 at x equal to 2, so therefore the notch will shift to 2. So that's the graph of mod of x minus 2. Another example, y is equal to mod of x minus x plus 1. Let's take x plus 1. Since this bracket is 0 at x equal to minus 1, therefore the graph will shift to minus 1 comma 0. Now can you tell what is the graph of mod of x minus 3? Think, take a pause and think for a second. How will the graph shift? Whether it will shift left side or right side. So by now you must have correctly guessed that the graph will shift to 3 comma 0, since this bracket is 0 at x equal to 3. So this concludes our first transformation. When fx is replaced by f of x plus a, the graph will shift either right or left. Right or left. Okay, please remember this. We'll use it in the subsequent examples. Now let's take few more examples. Let's apply this concept on other graphs. Suppose I want to draw the graph of ln of x minus 1. This is a logarithmic function. Now for logarithmic function, we know the graph of ln x. Ln x graph looks something like this. Y is equal to ln x. Now what will happen? This is the graph of y is equal to ln x, and I want to draw the graph of log of x minus 1. So again we'll apply the same concept. At 0 we see that there is a vertical line. This vertical line we see at x equal to 0. Here this bracket is 0 at x equal to 1. So therefore the line will shift to x equal to 1. So the entire graph will shift by 1 unit towards the right side. Think of it this way, that entire graph is shifting by 1 unit on the right side. So the graph that will obtain should look something like this. This point will be 2 comma 0. So that is the graph. Let's take another example, y equal to sin x. I am drawing this graph from 0 to 2 pi. So let me mark the points. So this point is pi, this point is 3 pi by 2, and this is 2 pi. So I call this graph as the graph of life. You see ups and downs, sometimes there are ups and sometimes there are down. So it resembles the graph of life. Now we want to draw the graph of y is equal to sin x minus pi by 2. So I want to draw the graph of y equal to x minus pi by 2. Now in order to draw this graph, if you carefully observe, at x equal to 0, the y coordinate is 0 for sin x function. For this function x minus pi by 2, y coordinate will be 0 at x equal to pi by 2. Means this point will shift by pi by 2 units here. Similarly, this peak point, which is at 1, will again shift by pi by 2 units on this side. So it will come here. Similarly, this pi point will shift to pi by 2 units on this side and it will come here. Similarly, this 3 pi by 2 point will shift by pi by 2 units and it will come here. And similarly, this 2 pi point will shift by pi by 2 units on this side. So if I join all the dots, we will see the graph which looks something like this. So this orange graph is the graph of y equal to sine x minus pi by 2. So if you see in this graph or the previous graph, what is happening is all the points are getting shifted by pi by 2 units towards the right side. Why right side? Because it is written x minus a, that's why. Alright, hope this will help you to do this transformation quickly. Alright, thank you very much. We'll see more transformations in the next video.